So what is a material weakness? No, it's not a disease. A material weakness is a control deficiency, or a combination of deficiencies, that if not fixed, it would be possible to have a material error in the company's financial statements that would not be prevented or found. Controls, as defined by finance and accounting, are the procedures and methods put in place to keep the company's financial reporting accurate. Basically, we have these controls, and more, to control the risk our company faces, from sales to commissioning. But not all controls are SOX controls. Take our internal QA/QC inspection process, for example. We need to maintain whatever forms, logs, tests, or reports that would show our work was installed per plan, specs, code, and our contract. This means maintaining files and logs of all X-ray reports, pressure tests, duct tests, etc., and keeping them in a central place for ease of reference and keeping an accurate log or record to know which systems are complete and which ones still require testing. When these controls do not prevent, find, or allow us to correct errors or misstatements in our business fast enough, they become a control deficiency. All company employees have the responsibility to ensure controls are being performed correctly as they relate to their job. So what does that mean? In 2018, Limbach had a series of control deficiencies. Our monthly project reviews, a control, did not properly identify project claims and pending change orders, resulting in improper and untimely accounting, or a misstatement. Simply put, our controls were deficient. The processes set in place to protect us were not being followed. Because of how pervasive the problem and how big the dollar amount, it was considered a material weakness. Note, a significant deficiency is a combination of deficiencies. It's more severe than a control deficiency and less severe than a material weakness, but still critically important. A bunch of small things, when added together across the branches, could become a big thing. Determining at what level a control deficiency falls requires professional accounting judgment. We evaluate deficiencies in two ways, individually and altogether. Individually, we ask, how likely is the deficiency to occur? Is it material to the company's financial statements? And together, when grouping all deficiencies, how likely or material is the deficiency? Remember that a bunch of small deficiencies, when taken together across all of our branches, could lead to a big error or a material weakness, and so could one large error by itself. The severity of the deficiency determines who we report it to. As the level of severity increases, we have to inform more people. The control deficiencies only have to be reported to company management. A significant deficiency is reported to the audit committee. And material weaknesses are reported to the audit committee and to the public. So what does all of this mean for Limbach? Well, like we mentioned before, in 2018, we had a material weakness that was discovered by our external auditors in our handling of project accounting and how we performed our monthly project reviews to come up with our WIP schedule. WIP is the Work in Process report that lists and summarizes all the projects in progress and their financial status. The company was given until December 31st, 2019 to remediate or fix material weakness or face ramifications like higher interest rates or penalties paid for non-compliance, potential stock price decline, or a potential loss of reputation. So what can you do? Well, first, acknowledge that controls are not a publicly traded company thing or a SOX thing. Controls are standards that we should be following in our business each and every time we perform a procedure. They promote consistency and make business sense and ultimately could become best practices. 2. Make sure you do your monthly project reviews or MPRs on a timely basis and to the best of your ability. And 3. Be sure that change orders are properly classified and are documented using company guidelines. Ask yourself, did our customer give written direction to proceed? What support do I have? How did I anticipate how much we will recover on a PCOB? Did I take an upside or downside, and how have I documented it? Did I involve the finance function where I was uncertain as to what the impact of a decision would be on the company's financial statements? That's if you're in operations. If you're in finance, ask yourself, did I partner with the business to understand what supports their monthly project review? Am I clear about any claims, back charges, and incentives? Does my MPR reconcile against the WIP? Project execution, tracking, and accounting is our business. Remember, all company employees have the responsibility to ensure controls are being performed correctly as they relate to their job. Together, we can remediate material weaknesses.